Ready? Ready. Moin moin and welcome. I'm Adrian. This is Timmy. This is the Adrian Podcast. And today with The Way Back. The Way Back is a 2020 American sports drama directed by Gavin O'Connor and written by Brad Inglesby, and it stars Ben Affleck, Al Madrigal, Michaela Walkins, and Janina Gavankar. Ben Affleck plays Jack Cunningham, an alcoholic construction worker and a local basketball high school legend who gets the opportunity to coach his old team and his journey to redeem himself. And in the first part of the movie, it appears that the movie is just your regular underdog sports movie, and in the second act, it hits you hard. And right at that moment when the second act starts, I really enjoyed that movie at that specific moment, because it goes back from the storyline from the sport aspect and dives right into the drama. And also, like in the first half, they display Jack in the first minutes in the kind of good leg, and it gets downhill from that, and his alcoholism gets worse and worse. What I really liked how they handled the part of alcoholism, especially in one of the first in the first act. And there's one specific scene where he's going to call the bishop and has to decide if he's going to coach a team or not. You see him on the phone practicing how he's going to decline the offer, and Jack goes through a cycle where he grabs a cold one, puts the other one in the freezer, taps it 2 times, pretends to be on the phone and practices how to decline the call, and it does this like 30 times in one evening. And it's also like I really like the way how he's doing it, that like all the motions and movements are so automatic that it's like displayed. Okay, he's like, the alcoholism is actually at a real bad state, that is actually so accustomed to it that it doesn't matter how drunk he is, he always does like the same habit with tapping the beer. And later in one scene when he's coaching the team and he's a little bit nervous, so he has like the habit to tap his tic tac box and takes down the tic tac and goes to work. So it's like, okay, like it's a kind of substitute for the alcoholism, but it's like, okay, he's still addicted or still abusing alcohol at that point.
It was a subconscious thing.
Yeah. So it is like really important to have like this aspect. So this is like as soon as something goes wrong, Jack goes back to alcoholism. It seems like, okay, he's getting better. He's getting the hang out of it. He's like, okay, his redemption arc starts, and then you see like all these little motions that really displays. It's also only a substitute for what's going to come.
I have to criticize the whole thing with the alcohol, because I cannot imagine a world where you can get drunk on American beer. No, just kidding. What really impressed me about the movie was Ben Affleck's performance. He was great.
Yeah.
I don't like the dude.
And that says a lot. If you don't like the dude, and you have to admit that his acting is on point.
Yeah, it was really on point. I had the feeling that he's a really alcoholic. He was not playing.
Oh, warte mal, habe ich die Aufnahme? Ton? Okay.
So I think making a drama movie is someone will say easy, but it's not so easy as it sounds, because you have to play an everyday person. So how much can you improvise? How much effort can you put to that? And this is why I think this kind of movies are the hardest to make.
Because it's easy to oversaturate the acting.
For example, he was Batman before this movie, and he was told, hey, this is Batman, this is Bruce Wayne, play both guys. Okay, you can do many things right, few things wrong, I think. But drama is a little
bit
harder to do. So respect to Ben Affleck for playing his part like that. About the movie, I like the movie very much. It was a common drama, but it was also very moving. The whole idea, his background, his trying to get on his feet. Despite of that, he has suffered. What was also good about the movie, about the story actually, was as you said, he was trying to move on and keep his social life, and it was nice to see him
succeed in some way. So
yeah, being socially accepted by his friends. He had his friends, and I really wanted him to succeed because I don't know about other people, but this Jack Cunningham was a character whom I supported from the beginning of the movie. So the moment the movie started and I saw this face, I saw the face of a broken man, and I wanted only the best for this man because I knew something was wrong about his life. I had the feeling that it was not the typical alcoholic. I had the feeling that it was not only about the divorce. I knew there was much more, and I really wanted for him to succeed. And I was really happy when the coaching thing went better on and on.
When you also succeeded in with basketball, and you get a good relationship with the kids and so on. And what I really enjoyed about the movie was the way the story was told, because you don't really know why he's an alcoholic, but you see that his whole all of his friends and family still supports him, and they are not really angry because everyone knows he's an alcoholic in the whole town, on the whole block. And also, like, he was a local legend as a basketball player, so I was like, okay, maybe it was his downfall from greatness to bottom, or something like that. And then the second act starts when you actually find out why everything is what it is, and this gives at that point when you find out that holy shit, now you feel like, okay, it's acceptable that he is the way he is, and with his ex-wife, first you are told, okay, they are apart for like 3 years. She moved on, is in a new relationship, but he's still holding himself back, and you feel like, yeah, okay, it's understandable. But the second you find out she moved on and he's still like lingering in the past, it's like, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
I was so angry at that moment.
I was angry from the beginning with when I saw his wife and stuff. When she was calling his sister to see how is he doing, so it was like, oh, wow, you pretentious bitch, just call the dude if you're so concerned about him. But when we found out, it made the whole situation even worse.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
who wouldn't be in that that state? And
this woman actually moves on like nothing happened, because her problem was that he was depressed. Yeah, of course he was depressed. I mean, what the fuck? What I also liked about the movie, although it was a simple drama, I liked all these messages.
Yeah.
For example, the message that even if you reach the lowest point in your life, there's always a way up. For example, the message that you can always be better.
Yeah. You can always improve yourself.
Exactly, improve yourself.
And for fact, the movie really hit deep for Ben as well in real life, because he of some aspect in his life he had actually alcohol problems. So he stated that the movie was actually therapy for him, and it also got him out. So I think like this also was why he performed so well, because the movie was very personal to him and was really important for him for himself to succeed in the movie.
Yeah,
it's a very good movie, but there are also things that we have to critique, because no movie is perfect except for the Lighthouse.
And and every movie with Christian Bale in it. Had to say it.
Fucking bias.
Yeah.
Okay.
True. What bothered me about the movie, I tried to oversee it, but I couldn't. Was first of all, the camera had in one scene some weird zoom ins. Like, am I watching a fucking soap opera right now, a telenovela?
Yeah, some of the camera work was not as good. It changed from act to act a little bit.
It was really disturbing. And the second thing that bothered me more was the freeze frames after the first two basketball games, because I can understand totally when they show us a freeze frame in the montage in the scene where they're winning one game after another, so they will not actually show all of the 10 games. So 1 minute of the game, freeze frame, score. It's fine. But I didn't like when they did it in the first games, because it were the first games. They were very important. So I think they should have shown us a little more from the game, and not just 1-2 minutes and then the screen freezes, which was also a little bit lazy. So the screen freezing.
The movie wants to be a sports drama, and it's like, okay, they left the sports out of it, kind of. So it's like it's not a sports drama like in that way. So
I know what you mean.
I have to take out some points.
But not basketball points.
Next section, the facts.
Yeah. First fact: Gavin O'Connor left the Suicide Squad to finish working on this movie. So the sequel to Suicide Squad, actually. The movie's original title was The Has Been. Who names the movie The Has Been? Next time you make a movie about someone who was a legend and now it's not, make the movie The Was. Okay, as we said earlier, like Jack, Ben Affleck has also struggled with alcoholism. And what was a surprise for me, because the budget for the movie was $21 to $25 million, but the movie grossed out only like 14.5 million. And that due to the fact that just like every single movie at the box office on the weekend of March 13th to 15th, The Way Back suffered a horrible second weekend, dropping 70%. Every movie suffered a drop of over 60% due to the social distancing and the quarantine and stuff.
Yeah, bad time to release a movie.
Yeah. But it was a nice movie.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. It was unexpectedly good. Yeah. I got to say. And I hope we see more from good old Ben. Hopefully he will do more dramas, because I feel like he's really good at that.
I think he has a broken face.
Yeah.
Okay. I know. That came out wrong. I mean, I think he always had this melancholy on his face.
Yeah, also like his another movie like The Gun Girl or something like that. It's also like a fantastic movie.
Ah, The Gone Girl. Yeah.
Also like a really... Is it a drama?
Yeah.
Last but not least, the rating. How would you rate the movie?
It was very good, mate. typical drama. Nothing special, but nothing. I would say the movie is flawless. So the story. Technical issues, there may have been some, but I found the story flawless. So I give it a 9.
A 9. Wow, that's pretty high. I would give it an 8.
An 8.
Yeah, because I mean, it's obviously not a 10, but it would have been a 9 if they would have focused more between the relationship between Jack and his basketball student. So I would hope that it would like put a little bit more of that storyline in it, and they did it only with like one of the kids, because like it was the closest to his former self. So, but yeah, it's a small issue, so it's a solid 8. But with a seal of approval, because I really liked that the story turned really dark in the second half of the movie. So that's what I really enjoyed. It was not your typical underdog basketball drama movie.
True.
Okay, that leaves it as that, and good fight.
Good night.
Good night.